Hi and Assalamualaikum. My name is Alin Umairah binti Abu Bakar. My matric number is 02D8019F1045.
My name is Nahayuni binti Ismail. My matric number 02D8019F0151.
Name is Siti Maria Najah binti Fazata. My matric number is 1033.
My name is Nurul Shazrin Betty Mama Sufyan and my matrix numbers is 02D8090F1036. We are from the group 3 would like to present to you about our case study. Our case study is about to find out an annual report of any company in Malaysia. So we choose the Sime Darby Corporation as our case study.
The introduction. The article we discuss about the relationship between corporate governance (CG) and corporate social responsibility (CSR). Corporate governance is a concern with the company and the balance between economic and social goals, also the individual and communal goals. It is a practice that will educate a company the true responsibility and cost of the organization financially and non-financially. The organization should undergo process of transparency, comparability, and accountability. CSR has so many definitions of it through the words. Even some related it to philanthropic activity. Background of the company Sime Darby. Sime Darby is a Malaysian conglomerate with a business in plantation, industry equipment, automotive, property, and energy. As a diversified multinational company with a staff of more than 100,000 operating in 23 countries, Sime Darby plays a key role in the Malaysia economy. Its plantation division is the world's largest producer of palm oil, accounting for about 2.47 million tons, or 5% of global crude palm oil annually. Sime Darby Plantation operated upstream and downstream business, turning palm oil into consumer products such as cooking oil and detergent. The division owns about 8,600 square kilometers of plantation land, 12 times the size of Singapore in Malaysia, Indonesia, and Liberia. The group has dealerships to distributors, heavy industry, equipment, and industry makers such as BMW, Rolls-Royce, and Porsche in the Asia Pacific region. In property development, Sime Darby built township in Malaysia and Europe. Muhammad Bakir Saleh has been the president of the company since 2010. He formerly worked with State Fund to Modern National Sime Darby as a major shareholder.
Next, the boards of directors in Sime Darby Bhd is Datuk Wan Salamah Wan Sulaiman, Datuk Sri Abdul Hamidi Abdul Hafiz, Tandya Tayaparam Sanggara Pillai, and Datuk Lee Chow Hook Lawrence. They are all the independent non-executive directors in Sime Darby Bhd. Then the relationship with the external auditor is considerate in consultations with the management. The audit fees of the external for FY 2021, recommendation to the Board of Approval. Complete the annual external auditor assessment prior to the recommendation for the appointments to the Boards of Approval. The assessments recover among other 3. 1. Government and independence. 2. Communications and interaction. 3. Quality of resolve and service. And the assessments of CGs of the company is for boards of directors. The assessment criteria is about compositions, informations, agendas, and meeting, leadership dynamics, board management relationship, and process such as succession planning, risk oversight, and strategy oversight. For board committees strengths, effectiveness, support, compositions, and communication. And the last one is individual directors. The assessment criteria is individual director strengths, contributions, and areas of focus and improvement.
I will speak about the analysis of the corporate social responsibility. The first one is environmental. Sime Darby dedicates itself to protection and preservation of the environment while preserving landscape and seascape. Priority is given to vulnerable and endangered species and supervision of forest reserve. The foundation supports world-class scientific research with the aim of translating results into action while developing highly capable local researchers. YSD also support initiatives and campaigns that encourage and empower communities to live sustainable by adopting green and sustainable practice in their lifetime. The next one about the CSR is energy. The first energy is the climate changes, scarcity of resource, and improper management of waste and effluent are pressing environment issue on a global scale that has potential to pose regulatory, physical, and reputational risk to Sime Darby operation. It is imperative that the group environmental footprint is a proactive managed. For example, ecosystem conservation, environment education awareness, and sustainable development and lifestyle. The second energy is Sime Darby policy on carbon, energy, water, and effluent management and waste disposal encapsulated the following and is applicable across the group. For the example, ecosystem conservation, environment education awareness, and sustainable development and lifestyle. The second energy is Sime Darby policy on carbon, energy, water, and effluent management and waste disposal encapsulates the following and is applicable across the group. It is the first, track carbon emission, energy, and water consumption, and water disposal. Secondly, set reduction target for carbon emission, energy, and water consumption and waste disposal. The third is identify and implement water, waste, and energy efficiency measure. The fourth is development, implement, and monitor progress in action plans. Last but not least is comply with all local and country-specific legislation regarding carbon, energy, water, and waste management. The last one for the energy is we will continue to work toward reducing greenhouse gas emission, water consumption, and waste generation to limit the environmental impact of our operation. The next slide is the product from the consumer is the palm oil, blended oil, supplement, ghee, soft oil, coconut oil, and groundnut oil. Besides that, the community involved is as a responsible corporate steward, we believe in delivering sustainable futures to our stakeholders by supporting the communities in which we operate. The second is we operation in 18 countries and territories, and with more than 20,000 employees, their families, and local communities, we are committed to assisting those within our reaches through various initiatives that help inspire and impact change. The third is Sime Darby create the shared value for society through economic growth and development in countries where the company has the direct impact and where stakeholders may have the influence on operation. We realize that we are part of the large society and mutual growth is important in our journey to ensure the sustainability of our business. Last, our work with communities involve understanding local needs and finding solutions that can address local social or the economic issue pertinent in our business. Our social purpose is to support the development of society by providing them with the local job opportunity, skills, and education, as well as investment in communities program that will improve the living conditions.
Next, I will talk about employer or human resources for health and safety or others. As you guys know, Sime Darby HR has a methodical selection process and utilities various sources of recruitment. Employer can be recruitment both internally and externally. Selecting the candidate requires 6 key steps, and employers should us provide resources support to all the business units within auto barrier and auto selection in the area of performance, consequences management, industrial relations, collective agreement, business continuity management, and HR administration. Maintain in-depth knowledge of legal requirements related to day-to-day management of employers, reducing legalese and ensuring regulatory compliance, partner with IR units as and when required, collaborate with other departments to plan and execute company-wide agreement activity, and monitor budget for employer agreement activities, responsibility in ensuring the operational aspect of employer services as pre-hiring, onboarding, confirmation of employer, etc. are managed at the optimal level of services. Assist in handling all disciplinary matters, including but not limited to conduct preliminary investigation for any report case, preparation for due inquiry process until the dispute resolution at the IR level office, administration of industrial relations and union management, as well as employer relationship activity in the company, ensure compliance to law and regulations. And the last one is general themes. Sime Darby Bhd is balancing its business operation with social and environmental preservations, allowing the controversy to play a meaningful role in society. Sime Darby support key projects such as mangrove conservations and sustainable livelihood program in Perak, as well as mangrove conservations and central forest Spain project with 4 major forest complexes. They are Banjaran Titiwangsa, Banjaran Bintan Nakawan, Taman Negara Banjaran Timur, Sohafahan, Chini, Bera, and Endau Repin Pak Kluang. Sime Darby contributes RM20 million a year to YSD, as the foundation has committed RM1.2 million over 3 years from February 2020 to January 2023 for the mangrove conservation project. YSD also spent RM8.11 million across 11 years from January 2019 to December 2022 for the MME, RM1.52 million for 3 years from September 2017 until December 2020 for the anti-poaching efforts in Perak, which plan to continue supporting the initiative for another 3 years. YSD allocated RM2 million from January 2019 to December 2021 for the SDPAT project at Kamuning, on top of the 30 million funding for progress of this project. Sime Darby is also active in various projects organized by YSD, namely its volunteer program Huluran Kasih, which about 103 employers sign up for 90 initiatives. That's all for us. Thank you. Bye.